I sing the while, sweet joy before thee.
Yeah. So it's, and you see all this repetition and the simplicity of it. It's just so, because it's, the idea is it's really with the child, you know. And this is, you know, how he empathizes with the child. Because Blake is a master. I mean, he writes such a simple poem, not because he doesn't know how to write a complicated poem. And it is so beautiful and simple because he knows exactly the art of writing to any degree of complexity. I happy am, joy is my name. You know, there's not even an individual identity. He's just joy, that's all he is. Yeah, sweet joy before thee, it's a blessing.
I feel it's very hard to connect to.
Yes, I know.
Like in terms of...
I know.
Mood or...
I know. This isn't your mood. I know that. But the Songs of Innocence will follow, and I mean the Songs of Experience, and it's gonna be something else.
Maybe a mother could relate to this poem, honestly, because mothers think that their children are a bundle of joy and nothing more.
Okay.
They feel this connection.
Okay, but I think, yes, I see what you mean, that
I'm not saying that's what Blake wanted, I'm just saying nowadays maybe a mother.
Maybe. I mean, I know a lot of mothers like write a lot of things on Facebook and stuff, but I think that Blake actually means it, you know, and I think that he's going into the deepest transcendental level of this, like when he says, you know, joy, I happy am, joy is my name. Like the child doesn't have an identity yet. It is just undifferentiated joy, you know, in the moment when it is joyful. And I think that, well, this foreshadows the Songs of Experience, and we will come to that, because the thing is, like, I found this hard, you know, for many years I found this hard to relate to, but then if you see it together with the Songs of Experience, which are so rough, then you see that there has to be this contrast. Yeah?
I was thinking that it just reminds me, the only thing that I can connect this to in my experience is that those moments when you're like, you wake up, even if, you know, it's raining outside, or you've had a bad day before, so it's unconnected to anything, but you just feel like more alive in a sense, or you feel more like I don't know, you're happy that you're breathing, you're happy that you're touching stuff,
Do you make those?
very rarely, but I have. Like, you just feel like this, it's not necessarily joy in the sense that you feel joy towards, you know, when something good happens or when you accomplish something, but it's just like this, this vividness, you know.
Well, this is hard to relate to, but bear with me, and bear with Blake, because Blake is not, you know, he's not like. I'm not making a sarcastic reference to what you said, but you made me think of something. He's not like a parent who, you know, who maybe posts on Facebook like, you know, my biggest love is my child and all that. But it's easy to underestimate these poems from the Songs of Innocence.
I was actually talking about the fact that when a mother gives birth, that happy thing, like the happy baby, is actually a part of her. It's a happy part of her, and she feels like she can actually see and feel that happiness that came from her. So I'm not talking about superficial Facebook posts.
unless she has postpartum depression. And yeah, I mean, reality. It's possible, yeah. I don't know. Blake sees both sides, and also when it comes to the child, there is also a darker side, and we will get to that with both sides. All right. So. I will just read on another's sorrow. Can I see another's woe and not be in sorrow too? Can I see another's grief and not seek for kind relief? Wait. Yeah. This is the plate. Okay. That image doesn't exist. Okay. Can I see a falling tear and not feel my sorrows share? Can a father see his child weep, nor be with sorrow filled? Can a mother sit and hear an infant groan, an infant fear? No, never can it be, never can it be. And can he who smiles and all hear the wren with sorrow small, hear the small bird's grief and care, hear the woes that infants bear, and not sit beside the nest, pouring pity in their breast, and not sit the cradle near, weeping tear on infant's tear, and not sit both night and day, wiping all our tears away. No, it can never be, never can it be. Okay, so, yeah. It's it's pretty it's easy not to feel so much with the Songs of Innocence, but we will get to the experience. I've said that before. Okay, so we will have a look at the schoolboy, because the schoolboy is, let's just see, who was this song about? About the On Another Sorrow?
Empathy and compassion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, compassion and it was about I think it was about the childish conception of Christ, the way that children see Christ, and of course before they get any experience, Okay, so here is the schoolboy, which we use as a kind of a bridge, because it's already has some experience in it, because the child has started going to school, and when you start going to school, you start to see some darkness. Okay, or you can. I love to rise in a summer morn, when the birds sing on every tree, the distant huntsman winds his horn, and the skylark sings with me. Oh, what sweet company! But to go to school in a summer morn, oh, it drives all joy away. Under a cruel eye outworn, the little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. Ah, then at times I drooping sit and spend many an anxious hour, nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's bower, worn through with the dreary shower. How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? How can a child, when fears annoy, but droop his tender wing and forget his youthful spring? Oh, father and mother, if buds are nipped and blossoms blown away, and if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the springing day by sorrow and care's dismay, how shall the summer rise in joy or the summer fruits appear? Or how shall we gather what griefs destroy, or bless the mellowing year when the blasts of winter appear? What is this about?
The bird that sits in a cage, the schoolboy that sits in the classroom.
Yeah. And that's right.
The school is not a joy.
It's not a joy. Not a joy.
Especially for them, because they are hip.
Yeah.
And the teacher was very strict.
Yeah, 18th century English schools, probably no joke. Sorry?
The boarding schools.
Right.
When parents would send their, I mean, if you have to belong to.
Do you know the expression, spare the rod and spoil the child? What is a rod? Yeah, okay. If you spare it, that means you don't use it.
Yeah.
And if you don't use it, it means you don't hit your child. If you don't hit your child will be spoiled. You know. Right. But there's more. So when he says, if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the springing day, by sorrow and care's dismay. What is the springing day? What is he talking about?
It's about the beginning of his life.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and when he's naturally joyful, and if that joy is suppressed, how shall summer arise in joy, or the summer fruits appear? So the summer, what period of life could that be? Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Young adulthood. Or how shall we gather what griefs destroy? When you get a little older and people start to die around you, catastrophe starts to happen. How shall we gather what griefs destroy? So, I mean, the idea is that if you are allowed to have your joy, then you could still be positive and still manage to pull through when there are bad times, and to be a positive force even when there's tragedy, and avoid reacting in a malicious way. Or bless the mellowing year. So the mellowing year, what does that mean? So mellowing, what is mellowing? It means, sorry?
Fading.
Yeah, it's kind of fading, like it's getting milder, like this, the sun is no longer as warm when the blasts of winter appear, right? The hardships of old age, yeah.